Restaurant Unstoppable. What the most successful restaurateurs know that you don't. Going back to 2002, between 2002 and 2007, you said this is you realized you had to kind of replace yourself with the people that you trust, so you could get out of the kitchen and start working on your business.
Right.
What were the first things you started to do to work on your business?
Well, the first thing I did was hire a really experienced chef that I had a lot of respect for, and he helped us get all the systems in place. He was an IT guy as much as a chef, and so really digging into recipe development, costing recipes, effective scheduling, inventory control, things like that. And I brought him on for Red Prime Steak, but Red Prime Steak got delayed so long that he came on 2 or 3 years before Red opened.
Okay.
And so he really helped with Cheevers and Iron Star. So we had all these systems down for those two when we opened up Red.
Okay. So recipe development, scheduling, and inventory control, huge. Give me an example of how big of an impact was scheduling one of the first things you had to focus on?
Well, that's where all your money's spent. I mean, that's the majority of your money is spent on labor.
Mm-hmm.
And so figuring out not just how much everyone should make, but just a schedule of what's going to make this person happy, what kind of schedule this person needs. But the first schedule we ever write in restaurants is a no-name schedule. This is what we need to run the restaurant. And then you start plugging in names. John will work here because he does not want to work daytimes. Okay, he's a night guy. Let's put him here. Or, you just have to move those players pieces around until it works. And it's all built on revenue. We always overstaffed. We still do that. And sometimes I question myself of, we're just overstaffed. Why aren't we doing that? I will say right now we're not overstaffed just because of the labor market, but it seems like it's kind of the cart before the horse thing, and it always works out for the better. Yeah.
So this time, 2005, there's really not, or in between 2002 and 2007, there's not much technology out in way of labor management. Maybe we're using hot schedules.
No, I don't. I think we started using Schedulefly.
Okay, they were one of the first of the market. Yeah,
I think we've been with them maybe 10 years now.
Okay,
so 2011, we might have started that. Maybe 7 or 8 years now.
And do you remember? Can you give me specific numbers on how implementing a hard system like that impacted your bottom line?
Well, it depends what concept. With the Tucker's concept, we didn't use any type of programming or software for that. We just talked to other restaurateurs about that. It's a different animal, quick service versus full service. With the full service, I would say it's a couple points immediately using Schedulefly.
Okay. Anything worth unpackaging there before we move on to inventory management or inventory control?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, inventory control. What did the chef, where were you before the chef and where were you after the chef? What did he teach you?
Or
she. I don't know.
Yeah, he. And I knew all these things, like I said, but I just couldn't get to them. There was just too much to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem with a lot of restaurant people right now, or entrepreneurs in general. You can't do everything. So when he came on, it was we're going to do, I said, I want to do inventory twice a month. And he was like, no, we just need to do it once a month. And I said, no, twice a month. And so we did that, and we could see immediately the amount of waste just from over ordering or buying, call it mayonnaise in a 5-gallon bucket when we use mayonnaise for one sandwich. So the more stuff you had on hand, it would just go in. It would spoil. It would walk out the back door. A lot of things. So then we went to weekly inventories. And once we went to weekly inventories, we put about 5 points to the bottom line just immediately. And we still, to this day, we do weekly inventories.
I was going to ask if you're still doing twice a month or weekly, and that's a game changer right there. How did that affect the bottom line, going from twice a month to weekly?
Yeah, 5 points.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 points immediately. You just catch mistakes, and there's inventory mistakes. With the chef if he leaves, Red Prime and goes to work at Barrios or what, there's always the way someone counts, So now we have checkbacks with our culinary directors to count inventory with the chefs on a, per quarter basis, just to make sure that it's all on the level.
Yeah, and I just recorded a workshop with Rudy Mick. I don't know if that name's familiar to you, Mick Consulting, within the Restaurant Unstoppable Network, that he takes us through his weekly approach to inventory management. It's a very powerful workshop. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll get you guys into the network.